Good afternoon, friends. We are at ArtTalkers. In front of me sitting our talented, experienced member Ivo Kersten, who has just participated in the speech contest in Warsaw. It was a couple of weeks ago, and we have invited Ivo to talk a bit about his experience at this international speech contest. Ivo, thank you for agreeing for this interview. You have won the international contest in Krakow in October, and then you participated in the next level, on the district level in Warsaw. What was the strongest impression you've got after participating or during participating in this contest?
The strongest impression, one might say, is comparable to what we experience in ArtTalkers, is the sense of community. That we want to be together. Then we have people in such a conference from 17 countries, and people from Denmark, Latvia, Austria. They are also supportive. They all want to feel that you are doing well. They want to get this chance to applaud for you. And of course there are judges among them, timers, but everybody has this feeling, yes, we want to see how well this speaker is doing and we want to applaud him.
When you were on the stage as an experienced Toastmaster, have you felt any fear?
It doesn't make a difference whether I'm with 15 people in a German-speaking club, with 40 people in ArtTalkers, or over 300 at such a district conference. I am always very afraid just before the speeches. However well I can prepare, if I have 1, 2 speakers before me, everything starts trembling, and I'm certain that I will forget that part of my speech or that part of my speech. And as soon as you go on stage, yes, you're there with the public.
Wow, interesting to hear that even such experienced speakers like you can have this fear. But how have you dealt with this feeling? How you prepared not to be afraid?
I think I do not prepare not to be afraid. Things happen as they happen. As long as I get that feeling that I have the audience in my hands. So as soon as after you started, the first sigh or the first eye contact you get, that you feel like, yes, I'm here. Let's do this.
Wow, wonderful. That was a humorous speech contest. Do you remember any funny stories which happened with you or with other contestants during the event?
Then allow me to talk about a positive and a less positive experience. We had briefings before such contests, like you also have with us. And I was amazed that the briefings were for table topics as well as for humorous speech contests. How much of a point people from certain countries make out of table topics, preparation, I would call it. After you hear the question, they claim that they can stay silent for 20 or 30 seconds and then start to speak, and that the timing does not count. In my opinion, that's bollocks. Then you are preparing a speech. And there are some people who basically, even if they don't wait for 20 seconds, come up with a completely prepared speech. Personally, I don't like that at all. A more positive thing was in the humorous speeches in German. There was one guy who used the rules extremely well. A German native speaker. He gave the Master of Ceremonies, the contest chair, to read the title for him, like you always have. So his name was pronounced and the title. I think this time he will win. I think this time he will win. And the name again. And there he started his speech, and he explained, well, this is what you can do as a speaker. So I could have asked her to read the title as my speech. Please, will you marry me? Now, I thought that was excellent. It was fun, and it was using the rules to your own benefit. Perfect example.
Thank you. How many friends have you made during this event?
very many, not through all the 3 district contests that I could visit. I every time came up with more friends. Some of them you meet again at the next district conference, from Moldova, Latvia, Finland, Germany a lot, Austria, Hungary, Romania. It's a great place to meet people, and many of them want to keep in contact with you.
Wow, interesting. And what's exciting, you are a Dutch citizen, but you represent Ukraine. How do you feel? You have a bit of Ukrainian soul now?
It almost sounds not modest enough to say yes to that, but I do like that feeling. It's the feeling of being special. Ukraine was not represented there in the past, and I'm very lucky that some of the members of other clubs from Ukraine were there as well, carried the flag in these district contracts during the opening, and then this feeling like this faraway country is represented there. And then, hey, I am Ukraine. That feels great.
Well, and the last question, please. What would you advise to people who are just starting their way on the path of Toastmasters? Some advice from an experienced speaker. What to do?
There are many things in life that you have to do. You have to go to work, you have to eat, you have to sleep. Sometimes your parents might say, you have to marry, you have to do this, you have to do that. Toastmasters, you go there voluntarily. So whatever you do, make certain you have fun. That will be point 1 for me. Point 2 is, you can, in the end, only count on yourself. You write a speech, you rehearse a speech. Yes, nice to get some advice beforehand. You listen to your evaluations, that's also advice. You can use props, bring items, use slides. All of those things can go wrong. So you don't have to have a plan B, but at least learn to deal with that. Count on yourself. When everything goes wrong, or if there's loud music in the background, go on. That would be tip 2. And tip number 3 would be prepare. Rehearse, prepare, rehearse, prepare. Basically with every speech, okay, you write it, I write all the lines. Often enough, I do not need to know everything by heart, but when I'm trying to do a speech, I rehearse these movements, and they become an organic part. What you say and how you bring it. Many things in these manuals write about delivery. It becomes part of your speech. So, prepare, rehearse, and rehearse again.
Thank you, Ivo.
My pleasure.